Thank you, Heather. Thank you so much. You know, folks, I love that thought. Unleash, develop, and disrupt. What better way to drive a digital transformation? So what I'd like to do with you guys this morning is to take a closer look at how enterprises like Citi are disrupting the way companies innovate. So what I'd like to do is start by looking at a simple but disruptive app. Heather pointed out JoinPay. To me, it's kind of like Uber meets Yelp meets mobile payments, and it solves a problem we've all had. You know, you meet 7 folks for dinner, 2 folks suggest sushi, a couple folks are vegetarian, is there availability? And when the meal is done, you have to split the check and add gratuity. And even with a math major in the group, this is never easy to do. We can do better. Here's JoinPay. All right, so let me show you how it works. When I sign in, I select how many people I'll be eating with. JoinPay automatically finds connections around me, and of course, I'll invite Heather. The app shows nearby restaurants based on my preferences. I can select which ones offer discounts and take Citi reward points. Shows me Yelp reviews and lets me make a reservation via OpenTable. All right, we've arrived at the restaurant, we've enjoyed our meal, and now it's time to pay the bill. The app splits the bill, tip included. So with a press of a button, I can use my Citi e-wallet or simply pay with my reward points. Just about done. Push notification saying transaction went through, and that's it. Folks, you just saw the magic of digital transformation. And think about it. Citi has enabled JoinPay to get to the essence of me, blending the digital me, my preferences, account history, with the here and now me, the people I'm with, and the restaurant I'm in. And that's pretty cool. But JoinPay is just one app, and as Heather said, now multiply this by 100 disruptive apps. And folks, now we're talking. That's disrupting the way banks innovate. So, as you can see, Citi has transformed. And like the cityscape, a digital city now means Citi plus partners plus innovators. A city is made up of roads and buildings, neighborhoods and boundaries, and it's in the movement in the city that brings it to life. With our city, built in Bluemix, we can create disruption like never before. And with our special modes of transportation, you're not stuck within the city walls. So Citi is now a hybrid business, and a hybrid business needs a hybrid cloud. All right, so let's get a little more specific here. So how does a company like Citi unleash disruption? Well, first, you need to liberate your APIs and data into the cloud. And we've got 2 new hybrid cloud services that makes doing this simple: the Secure Gateway and DataWorks. Let's see them in action. The first step is to securely connect Bluemix to your enterprise data center. And this is where the gateway comes in. And folks, listen up, because this part I love. And this is actually where hybrid starts. In minutes, you download the gateway and configure it to access on-prem services and databases. So let's say we download the gateway as a Docker image. We create endpoints that represent connections to on-prem services. So in Citi's case, accounts and rewards. Now, we've invented something called a passport to make doing this a snap. And a passport is exactly what you think it is. It provides safe passage from one cloud to your enterprise. It's like a credential vault in the cloud that gives developers self-service access to on-prem data. So here you can see the passport represented as a QR code. This is sent to a developer to unlock access to their enterprise data. The gateway is your point of control. All interactions pass through the gateway. No side doors, no back doors. And this thrills the IT group because they have full visibility into what their developers are doing and can stop them if they go too far. And as I said, this is a basic building block of hybrid. No one else makes it this easy to connect clouds. Okay, now we're ready to unleash our data. Imagine being a person at Citi who manages data. They're likely hearing their developers say they want their data now, and they want it to be completely accurate. And the IT manager says, we can't move all of our data into the cloud, we're going to go broke. The security dude says, don't even think about moving credit card data into the cloud. We've got to help out this guy. Enter DataWorks. DataWorks provides data cleansing and synchronizing capabilities and has reimagined ETL right inside Bluemix. And here you can see data work being used to select accounts and offers data. And remember, I don't want it all. I just want the relevant pieces, and I want those pieces to be correct. So here we select just the fields we need, like name, address, and reward level. We can protect sensitive data by masking data fields like phone numbers to maintain our customers' privacy. And DataWorks can be used to further refine the data. For example, here we are cleaning up the rewards field, making the entries that came from multiple data sources consistent. And we can keep going, eliminating duplicates, identifying missing fields, and determining the overall quality of our data. Okay, the data is now ready to be synchronized, and here we're targeting our data to be moved into Cloudant. We could also mix in real-time data, like reviews from Yelp, and some location information from our mobile-first devices. The result, a true hybrid database in the cloud that is relevant, accurate, combining real-time and historic data, giving you a view of me. Again, IT has full control. Each bit is passport stamped before it enters the cloud. Secure, flexible, and context-aware. That's what hybrid data is all about. Citi has just unleashed their data and APIs into the cloud, and this is where the fun starts. It's time for the idea generators to develop apps. Bluemix is making it real easy for developers to build hybrid cloud apps from a single API catalog containing both public and private APIs. We're revolutionizing API management, but folks, we're not stopping there. I want to show you a service that I think is going to knock your socks off. It's called API Harmony. And like those popular dating sites, it finds a perfect API match for your hybrid application. And think about it. Developers can't possibly keep up with all the APIs available today, but that's okay. We've created the world's most comprehensive knowledge base of APIs. We're continually mining public domain sources across the internet, looking for public APIs to deeply understand their relationships. And with this insight, we can advise a developer on how to compose the perfect app. So let's say a developer from JointPay was starting to develop an app. They might start by typing in something like payments. And here you can see a list of payment APIs, of course, including Citi's. Next, they might type in restaurants. And here you can see the Yelp APIs. All right, this is where the magic begins. An app using Citi and Yelp APIs frequently also uses Google Map APIs. Now I'm intrigued. I think we just found a match. Are there others? So a big restaurant trend today is farm to table. Can we help users find restaurants that use local ingredients? All right, I'll type in the word farm, and before I'm even finished, I see an API from the USDA that shows which vegetables grow nearby. So my app can now show restaurants offering local ingredients. I click a button, a new API is generated, which I use in my new JointPay app. I deploy the updated code in a container, and we're off. Pretty cool. Bluemix is now advising me on how to build a better app. Kind of feels like Watson is my pair programmer. All right, life is very good. We now have plenty of users splitting checks with JointPay. And Citi is happy too, because this is just one of many new disruptive apps driving demand to the Citi services. And as your Citi expands, you need to plan for growth. You know, Citi planning. For this, Bluemix provides full visibility to all services running in the platform, monitoring application availability and response time. And now it appears that one of our developers has noticed a traffic jam. One of the services is having issues with latency. And when we look into it, this makes perfect sense. The service is heavily accessing an account database from on-prem. And we know that code is more efficient when it's near the data it needs. So how can we move the code closer? Like JointPay, an enterprise can build its services on Bluemix using containers. Now, developers love containers because they're performant, they're portable, and they tie directly into their DevOps pipeline. Bluemix allows us to easily create an image from our code and store it in a Bluemix container repository. And this is cool because we can run the image in the Bluemix container service or in any environment that supports Docker containers. So now let's go ahead and deploy our code on-prem. And to do this, I simply switch over to my Bluemix local instance, and pull the image from our container repository. And voila, my code is moved. All right, there's a little magic going on here. You see, these just aren't any containers. These containers are enterprise grade, robust, scalable, and secure, and with patented networking features. All right, the container is now near the data, and we're seeing much better response times as expected. So think about all of the reasons why you might need to move a workload. Things like latency, scalability, price, regulations. We're giving you the flexibility to move your workloads from on-prem to the cloud or vice versa. We're removing the friction to run your code where it's best for you. That's the power of portability, and that's what developing in a hybrid cloud means. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you think about it, we're not just in the middle of a technology disruption. We're seeing an equally fundamental business disruption. And folks, we've entered the era of hybrid cloud. Your new cityscape is a product of you, your partners, and idea generators, together disrupting the way your industry innovates. And there's just no way to do this without building your new city on a hybrid cloud. That's what IBM is bringing. And I personally can't wait to look at the new skylines that we all build together.